everyone, welcome to another motovlog on my channel. My name is Marshall3498, and today's motovlog, what I'd like to talk about is something typically as it normally is on my channel, and that is motorcycle related. And today's topic, what I'd like to talk about is something a lot of people may be like, why are you comparing the two bikes? But it's a comparison motovlog, not on those bikes. I am on my 2016 Yamaha FJR 1300 ES, the electronic suspension model. But on today's motovlog, I want to compare two adventure bikes. Those of you who watch my channel, Ron C, can't even think now because the sun is blinding me, sorry. Several of the people that comment a lot on my videos on a regular basis. Trot Rider, I believe that's the guy's name. Really cool guy, he comments on my videos too. But today's what motovlog I want to talk about is comparing the 2022, the Gen 3 KLR 650 and the 2020 and up Africa Twin. I've ridden both of those bikes on a first ride. I've done a review on both of those bikes. I'll leave both of those videos down in the comment section or in the description if nobody has seen those of mine. The Africa Twin I rode last summer. The KLR 650 I rode just a few months ago now. And then, I happened to be searching on Cycle Trader the other day and I found a used 2020 Africa Twin, the standard version, not the Adventure Sport, for $11,000. And I thought, that's not a bad deal on a lot of bikes. 800 miles, bikes seem to be in pretty good shape. It was a DCT, but that's a whole nother motovlog in itself. But it got me thinking, the mid-level, which is the Traveler KLR 650, is the one that I would buy because I don't need the hard bags and all that stuff, because an adventure bike that's going to be taken on some moderate off-road stuff, those plastic panniers that come on there are the first thing that you're going to break when you drop it. So whatever. Plus the orange one speaks to me because I'm a Tennessee Vols fan, but I digress. So the Traveler is about, depending on what dealer you got and how much you pay for prep and freight, blah blah blah, you're looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of about $8,300 to $8,600, give or take, in my area. So like I said, on that Africa Twin, the 2020 model of $11,000, not that much money difference. Granted, both bikes have their pluses and minuses. And the KLR 650, now that they've updated it, now it's fuel injection, now it's ABS, which you cannot disable, but supposedly it is off-road tuned somewhat to work on that. The ABS under 5 miles an hour in the right algorithm or whatever the computer is on it, that basically it doesn't work if it stays at that speed. So maybe more like a gravel downhill or something like that, running off-road. So yes, it has LED lights, fuel injected. It's pretty modern for a KLR. It still has its quirks, the thermobob and the doohickey, as they call it. But all that stuff can be sorted out and still be a reliable everyday hybrid between an adventure bike and a dual sport, as a lot of people call it. But I'm gonna ride this bike if I was to be able to purchase one, which we're trying for that in the near future. We'll see. That bike, the Africa Twin, the 2020 and up model, is a little bit heavier, but not by much. Even at the DCT, it's still only about 40 pounds difference heavier. Granted, 40 pounds is 40 pounds, but it's not 100 pounds. So it got me to thinking. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ride, like I said, I'm gonna ride the potential adventure bike, primarily 80% on the road. So, and like mid-Atlantic BDR, that kind of stuff. gravel roads occasionally, but the bike is going to primarily live on road riding. So don't want a bike that's better on the road or decent on the road, but not necessarily, you know, hours and hours of interstate riding like this bike is. But, you know, if I had somewhere to go several hours away and it didn't involve off-road riding, I would take this, my FJR. So it's a big back and forth, back in my head. Yes, I'm sure both bikes are off-road capable. I'm sure both bikes have their weak points and not. I've watched YouTube stuff till I'm blue in the face and just about tired of watching it. But my thing is, I don't want to, you know, make a buying decision and then sell X bike, either one, sell it, turn around, get the other one, and then not be happy with the other one, and then go back to that one. That's what I don't want to go through. I want to be happy with the one-time purchase and continue to flog that bike and ride it and enjoy it, whichever one that is. And that's what I'm torn between, because, like I said, both have their weaknesses and minuses. You know, yes, the African Twin is heavier, so it's going to suffer a little bit off-road. I get that, but on paper doesn't necessarily tell anything, because when I rode the KLR, you know, I'm used to 645 pound top heavy ish, you know, sport touring bike. So that right at 500 pound Traveler one, or the Adventure I rode, not the Traveler, at 485, I think that's what it was, didn't seem that heavy to me. So, you know, it's like, which one do you go for? Do you go with tomato or tomato? Who really knows what the answer for, except the user, aka the buyer himself. So I don't know, guys. You know, I know people love both bikes. I know people swear by each one. I just don't know. I know, you know, one bike, KLR, is probably, yes, easier and simpler to work on in a way, but not the third gen, except for all the screen stuff on the African Twin. I do like all that. I know it'd be a learning curve, but it gives you more flexibility with the bike to be able to use it for more road travel stuff. I don't know. But, you know, there again, like this bike, a heavier bike on the road with crosswinds and interstate riding makes it a more stable bike. So if you're only going to ride off-road for 30 minutes, but 2 hours of road riding to get there, does it really matter that much? I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. That's about all I got for today's motovlog. If you've not already done so, please like, share, and leave a comment down below, and we'll see you on the next one. See ya.